In a world that praises comfort, rewards distraction, and fears silence, there remains a rare breed of individuals who walk a different path. They wake up before the sun, push beyond exhaustion, and refuse to surrender to weakness. They are not motivated by applause. They are guided by something greater: discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It's the bridge between who you are and who you could become. It's the silent force that shapes greatness, the unseen muscle behind every victory, every breakthrough, every moment of transformation. Today, we walk beside 5 masters, 5 people who turned discipline into an art form. Different backgrounds, different battles. One timeless truth: self-discipline is the root of all freedom. Number 1. David Goggins. Before he became the toughest man alive, David Goggins was broken. Overweight, insecure, and beaten down by life, he could have given up. But instead, he made a choice: to fight the war within. He discovered that the human mind has a governor, a limit we place on ourselves. And that limit is a lie. Every time we stop at "I can't," we're only using a fraction of what we're capable of. Goggins ran on broken legs, trained through injuries, and conquered pain with sheer will. He calls it the calloused mind. Every challenge builds armor, every failure a lesson, every mile a declaration: I will not be defeated. For Goggins, pain is not an obstacle, it's the path. He says, when you think you're done, you're only at 40%. The other 60% is hidden, buried behind fear, comfort, and doubt. To find it, you must suffer. You must endure. You must stay hard. David Goggins teaches us that motivation is temporary, but discipline, that's forever. When motivation dies, discipline keeps going. When excuses whisper, discipline roars back louder. Discipline doesn't care about feelings. It only asks, will you do what needs to be done? Number 2. Jocko Willink. Discipline equals freedom. To most, that sounds like a contradiction. To Jocko Willink, it's truth. As a Navy SEAL commander, Jocko learned that chaos destroys the unprepared. But order, structure, gives a man strength. When you control your actions, you control your destiny. When you lead yourself, you can lead others. Jocko's mornings begin at 4:30 a.m. The alarm doesn't care if he's tired. The weights don't care if he feels motivated. He trains because he must. He operates on discipline, not emotion. He calls it extreme ownership. Everything that happens in your life, you own it. No excuses, no blaming, no complaints. If you fail, learn. If you fall, rise. If you lose, improve. Because responsibility is the seed of control. Freedom, Jocko says, isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about having the strength to do what you must. Structure creates strength. Routine creates clarity. And discipline creates freedom. In a world that glorifies shortcuts, Jocko teaches us to take the long road, because the long road builds warriors. Number 3. Ryan Holiday. While others fight the body, Ryan Holiday teaches us to master the mind. His weapon is Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of strength through serenity. He reminds us that life will test us endlessly, but we don't control the storms. We only control how we sail through them. Ryan writes, ego is the enemy. Our pride blinds us. Our anger traps us. But discipline, true inner discipline, is what keeps the mind still when chaos surrounds us. To Ryan, Stoicism does not detachment. It's preparation. It's knowing that emotions are signals, not commands. It's understanding that peace is not found by escaping life, but by mastering how we live it. He teaches, you can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you respond. That is self-discipline in its purest form. Ryan Holiday's discipline is quiet. It doesn't shout, it observes. It pauses before reacting. It listens before judging. It acts only when necessary, and always with purpose. In an age of noise, he reminds us that stillness is power, that calm is the highest form of strength, and that control over oneself is the foundation of freedom. Number 4. James Clear. James Clear doesn't talk about motivation. He talks about systems. He understands that discipline isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters consistently. In Atomic Habits, he explains that success is not built on massive effort once, but on small, repeated actions over time. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our habits. James teaches us that habits are the architecture of identity. Every action is a vote for the person you wish to become. Read one page and you are a reader. Run 1 mile and you are an athlete. Each act of discipline reshapes who you are. He reveals the truth. Discipline is not perfection. It's persistence. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. James Clear helps us see that change begins small. So small, it's almost invisible. But those small steps compound into transformation. 1% better every day becomes greatness over years. He teaches us to stop chasing goals and start building systems, because goals fade, but systems endure. Habits make discipline automatic, and when discipline becomes identity, you no longer fight with yourself. You simply live your truth. Number 5. Angela Duckworth. Angela Duckworth devoted her life to one question. What makes people succeed when talent isn't enough? Her answer? Grit. The combination of passion and perseverance over time. Talent may open the door, but grit keeps you walking through it. She studied soldiers, teachers, athletes, entrepreneurs, and found one thing in common: the willingness to endure discomfort for something that matters. Grit is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's the quiet persistence that refuses to give up. The ability to show up again and again, especially when the world stops believing in you. Angela's work proves that effort counts twice, because talent only matters when you apply it relentlessly. She reminds us that greatness isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. Discipline fuels grit, and grit sustains discipline. Together, they create resilience, the invisible polymer that protects the soul through life's battles. Grit says, I'm tired, but I'll keep going. Grit says, I failed, but I'll rise again. And that is what separates the dreamers from the doers. The eternal battle. 5 masters, 5 philosophies, 1 truth. David Goggins showed us that pain is not the enemy. Comfort is. Jocko Willink taught us that order creates freedom. Ryan Holiday reminded us that calm is strength. James Clear revealed that systems shape destiny. And Angela Duckworth proved that perseverance conquers all. Each walked a different path, yet all reached the same summit. Self-discipline is the foundation of mastery. You can have talent, but without discipline, it fades. You can have dreams, but without discipline, they die. Discipline is the engine that keeps purpose alive. It's waking up when you don't want to. It's showing up when no one's watching. It's doing the work when the excitement is gone. It's choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. Discipline doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for presence. It asks that you keep showing up, because every small act of discipline is a declaration, I'm not done yet. When you master discipline, you master yourself. When you master yourself, the world can no longer control you. So be like Goggins, push past your limits. Be like Jocko, own your actions. Be like Ryan, master your thoughts. Be like James, build your system.